This is Eric Robert, E-Rob. You are watching Docuality TV. Keep watching. Keep watching.
All right, tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Eric Robert, published author, writer, and speaker, inspirational speaker. Go all over the world, try to help people improve their lives and be a better asset to society. That's what I do.
All right, man. Tell us about the book. What's the name of the book and what inspired you to write the book?
Well, the book is called Letter to My Son. What inspired me to write the book really was seeing. I just see a lot of people just with a lack of fathers, and seeing a lack of fathers. If something was to happen to me in this world, I would want my son to have some valuable information for him to carry on and give to his son, and then his son give it to his son. So I wrote the book is for my son and for a lot of sons and daughters, because it's a unisex book. But sons and daughters all over the world that they can read this book and get some nuggets, some things that they're lacking from their father if they're in the house, or just some things that they have questions about. Like I talk about communication. So basically, when it comes to communication, most homes you don't learn how to properly communicate with people. And then I wish I would have learned how to communicate properly, because the better you can communicate, the more money you can make. And anybody can tell you that. Firm handshake, But the book is mainly about things that a father should pass on to his children. It talks about finances. It talks about picking your friends. It even talks about picking a spouse. It goes into detail to all those things. It's a children's book that's made for adults. It's an easy read. You can read it in one setting, and it's life-changing. Great reviews. I'm not going to tell you on camera how many books I'm selling, but I'm selling a lot. So I don't want them to come back at me later and say, I need you, But anyway, so A Letter to My Son is a transformational tool. It's a great conversation starter for mothers and sons, and mother and daughter, father and son, father and daughter. It's going to impact you. It's going to impact your child, because they're going to ask you questions like, Mom, Dad, how do I know I'm picking the right spouse? Well, you know you're picking the right spouse by watching what they do when nobody else watching. So it's all kind of stuff in there. It's jam-packed. You got kids?
No, I have a 9-year-old godson.
All right, I'm going to give you a copy of the book for him, all right?
All right, if you could like pick something out the book that's like pick something from out the book that will give some advice to like a father that want to be in his child life, and so many like circumstances that keep stopping them from like being in his life for his finances, and also for his just having time. So what would a adult man would have to do to be in his child life, even though things around him is stopping him from spending that valuable time that every child man need and also daughter need?
Okay, first we're going to answer it like this. First thing you have to do is decide that's what you want to do. The moment you decide that you want to spend time with your child, things going to get out your way, because you got to start eliminating things that's not important. No matter where you're working at, no matter how much business in the day, you can find that time. Once you decide what you want to do, you can find that time to be there with your child. You have 24 hours in a day. You go back to being time management. So what I tell that father, or what I tell myself, okay, let's look at the day. If I got to cut my sleep to spend time with my children, I got to cut my sleep. Instead of getting 8, I'm going to do 6. If I have to work a 14-hour shift or a 12-hour shift to make ends meet, I have to come to some kind of agreement and use my communication skills to talk to my employer, talk to my boss, say, hey, I need to cut back on some hours just until I come up with a plan to get to a place where I'm financially stable. But you have to find that time, and you have to decide that you want to spend that time with your child. Because once you decide what's important to you, that's the problem. Once you know what's important to you, that's when you really start making those changes. So if your children are important, you'll figure it out. You'll write it all down. Write what my whole day consists of, because a lot of times you're killing time. We spend an average of 2 to 3 hours on our cell phone. We spend 4 hours watching a football game. There's time available. You have to make those sacrifices and plug in your time of pleasure. You sacrifice that time and make it for your children.
All right. So why should a father, or why should a mother read this book?
Well, it's a conversational starter. You should read it because people perish for a lack of knowledge. The moment you say, I know everything, I got this, that's the moment you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you die. So it's always good to continue to grow yourself and continue to learn and glean for other people. And you should read this book because it's a good opportunity, because kids, working with young adults, working with college players and college athletes, working with people hold stuff within themselves that's never been released because the parents, like I say in this book, you need to know what the right questions to ask. And when you don't know what the right question to ask, you get answers that's suitable, but they're not the right answer. So this book right here, it helps parents talk, hey, who are your friends? Talk to me about your friends. It helps you to get to go into your child's world and learn about your children's friends. And you can look at their friends and say, hey, what kind of decisions does, example, Johnny make? Well, Johnny smokes weed all day. You think that's a good decision? Well, no, it's a stupid decision. You know that hanging around Johnny is a chance that you may start smoking weed? I never thought about it like that. It's just conversation starters. You got to give them the opportunity to open up and talk. This book is an easy read. It's easy to understand, but it has nuggets. If you read this book 10, 15 times, you will always find something new in it. And it's designed that way. For instance, I say something in the book that will challenge the person. Here's the challenge. You got to let your child know everybody don't think like you. So your perspective is your reality. And if your perspective, your reality, that's not everybody's reality. Once your child understands everybody don't think or feel or do things the way they do it, and everybody's different, it gives them confidence to be themselves and be who they already are. You will find this in that book. You read it, you be like, I never saw it the first time. You will always find something different to pull from and apply to your life. That's why you should read this book. So I feel like really, Jeremiah, I appreciate you us coming out, talking, man, doing this interview with you. Docuality TV, man, I think it's gonna be big. I think it's gonna blow up. I really appreciate the opportunity, man, to sit down and talk with you, man. You're doing good things, big things, acting in the community. From the things we talked about off camera, I just know that it's gonna be big, you know. So even in saying that, man, like writing this book, I knew it was a need out there. There was a need to kind of like, you know, make an impact, make a lasting impact on our generation that come behind us. So the book is really filled with great conversational thought about friends, finding a wife, finding a spouse. It's not just for boys. I wrote it for my sons, not my physical or natural son, but for sons. Any man that's a male that know what a father is for them. It's not age restriction. From 0 to 199. Anybody that reads this book, I guarantee they're gonna find truth and nuggets. It got biblical principles in it. It got lifelong principles. Like they talk about finances. Talk about why you should give. How when you give, you plant something in the ground and you get a harvest from it. Anything you plant in the ground will produce something. Because everybody knows that you plant an apple seed in the ground, it gives you an apple tree. You pull from the fruit of the tree, and the fruit is for the world. You gotta teach kids that you have gifts, you have talents, you know. So this book is catered to. This is one of many installments of A Letter to My Son. I have 4 books in production right now that's gonna be coming out right after these books. It's all to build into the total man. It's all in the build into a total family. Because my ultimate goal is to build up the family again. Get the family home back together, get the structure back together. No, I'm not perfect. No man is perfect. But each day we should get better. That book is it should be adding your library to help you get better. So this book is not just a book to just have, it's a book to add value to you and to your children. So The Letter to My Son, it's a transformational tool. If you want to be transformed, get A Letter to My Son. If you want to have impact on your child's life, buy A Letter to My Son. If you want to be a blessing to the next generation that coming behind us, buy A Letter to My Son. I have countless testimonies. If you go to Eric Robert 24, my Instagram page, you will see people commenting about how this book brought their family together, how this book, they child that doesn't read, sit every night and read the book and say, Mom, I just learned this. Mom, did you know this? Mom, did you know that? It's adding value instantly. So it's only $15. That's a small investment to build to start the foundation of strength within your own home. So Letter to My Son, available on Amazon.com. I even have the ebook available for $5.99. It's not about the price of the book, it's about you having this book on your phone, on your tablet. Your kids will love it, your husband will love it. Ma'am, sir, this book will impact you and change you so you can change your household, so you can change your community, so you can change your state, and we continue to grow together. More installments coming. Each installment gonna be better than the last installment. Each installment gonna be more packed with troops that you can build upon. So I'm Eric Robert. Get at me at ericrobert24@yahoo.com. You have any questions, any concerns, anything you need, just hit me up. I'll be sure to respond to you. Love you. Be easy. This is Eric Robert, E-Rob. You are watching Docuality TV. Keep watching. Keep watching.
Now you say a father should do what with his son?
Well, we're talking off camera, man, but a father should tell his son, what do you want to do? A father supposed to identify the gift in his children. See, this is how it works. There's a seed. You've never seen a tree just born. You see the tree comes from the seed. And your gift is not the seed. Your gift is the seed. The seed is the gift that's within inside of you. So what happens is this tree has fruit. The fruit is the gift to the world. See, once I find out what type of fruit or the gift that my child has, I need to let him cultivate his gift so he can give it back to the world. That's his contribution to society. As a father, we're supposed to teach you that. That's what it is. We're supposed to teach our kids to identify their gifts and not tell them, go get a job, make money. No. Find your gift. Your gift will make room for you, and the room for you will make money for you. It's simple. Your gift will make room for you, and that room for you will make you money. People will chase you down for your gift. They don't care about you, son. They don't care about you, daughter. All people care about is your gift. People pay for your gift. Your gift is the value that you have in today's society. So I want to teach my son that. I want to teach my daughter that. Your gift makes room for you. And people will do anything they can to get your gift. Don't confuse your gift with your job. If you confuse your gift with your job, you'll be miserable every time. Your gift is self-sufficient. It's apart from your job. But your work is your contribution. It is the fruit from the tree that you give back to the world. You never see a tree eat its own fruit. It's not for the tree, it's for the world. If you ever look at it like that, your seed is your gift. Everything that you need, son, daughter, is on the inside of you already. Everything you need. It's not on the outside of you, it's on the inside. So everything that you call, once you find your purpose, I guarantee you'll find your gift because your gift line up with your purpose.
Tell people where they can find you on social media or any type of contact information you might have for them.
You can find me on Instagram, Eric Robert 24. You also go, if you have any concerns or anything you want to talk about, just chat it up with me. You can find me at ericrobert24@yahoo.com. Always checking my messages, always getting back to people. So anything pertaining to marriage, relationship, family, finances, career, goal settings, just hit me up and I'll give you a quick response at ericrobert24@yahoo.com.
I'm still hungry like I never ate. I'm making waves where it ain't a way. The devil try to take my flame away. I love Kobe, but no fade away. I still pull